back life. Beat depression. It's day 859, and I am feeling fine. And today, we're going to keep it that way with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, as you know, it's Martial Arts for Mental Health show. And one of those powerful mental health tools that we like to focus in on first and foremost is that tool of gratitude. And today, my gratitude is going out to Eurobus out here in Buena Vista, Colorado, for taking care of my baby, for taking care of the Beat Depression bus, keeping it safe and sound, agreeing to do the repairs on it. We're going to have a brand new engine in this thing, a Subaru engine, double the horsepower, double the reliability, be able to get us everywhere we need to go in the world. We're going to help a lot of people save their lives using somatic therapy. We're going to be bringing heavy bag therapy for free to those in need all over the country, maybe all over the world. Let's see how things go. But this is the next step. We're here. We're back. I can't even believe it. And it's in such an amazing location out here in Buena Vista, Colorado. I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like out here. It's pretty incredible. Look at that sky. Look at those mountains. Oh my God. It's gorgeous. And we're going to get a front row seat to the sunset, a beautiful sunset, practically every day. I'll be training out here. Also, just something to note, it is 8,000 feet above sea level. So I have to go slow. I have to give my body time to adjust because I have not yet adjusted. I literally just arrived here a few minutes ago. So there's going to be kind of like a swing. I've been experiencing this so far, kind of like a swing in the way that my body adapts to the altitude. I'm from Jersey. I'm a sea level lowlander, as they call us. And I'm 8,000 feet above my natural environment. So I've got to drop my intensity down. For everybody else out there, make sure that you're giving yourself... Whoa, okay. It's very windy. Oh, all right, I'm going to have to secure this a little bit better. For everybody else out there, make sure that you're giving yourself a challenge to your intensity level, right? You want to give yourself a challenge based on your skill level, and make sure that you are not taking it easy. Boy, here we go. That's better. That's much more secure. Let's try that. Okay. It is really windy out here. All right. Hang in there, tripod. I think we got it. I think we're stable. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. Shout out to Lisa, the luminary, for being the first one in. Appreciate you, Lisa. All right. That being said, we talked about gratitude. Holy moly. It is blustering. Gratitude going out to Eurobus, to John out here for taking the job, for helping us get the Beat Depression bus back in running order. To be continued. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we're still waiting on some parts, waiting on a few things before we get it back on the road. But so much gratitude going out. Also, he's agreed to allow me to stay here. I'm going to be living here at Eurobus, living with my baby out here in the mountains, and I'll be training and mutating my body so that I can achieve a new world record. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you guys more info on that a little bit later. But for now, go ahead and think about what you're grateful for today. That'll help put you in the positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. Second mental health tool is progress tracking, making sure that you keep track of the progress. And that way it will help, making sure you keep track of your progress each day will help allow you to give yourself proper credit for your strength and endurance out there. One of the side effects of altitude is brain fog, so forgive me if I'm a little off today. So keeping track of that progress. It's been 859 days of consecutive training for me, 859 days of progress for the SACMAN out here. Let me know how many days it's been for you. I'm always happy to hear about that progress. And remember, when you do share your number with others, it can help inspire them to make progress in their lives and push forward in their lives. And also helps them find the tools that work for them as individuals. So go ahead and keep track of that progress tool. Let it add up so you can anchor yourself back into reality if you're ever dealing with those negative thoughts, those temporary feelings that depression or anxiety tries to sell us. Alright, so that being said, we did gratitude, we did the progress tracking tool. Now let's get into the lesson. We're going to continue on with that pattern that's been working so well. It's been a lot of fun, and you will have to dial it into the intensity that works for you. But we're going to be doing 3 rounds of shadow boxing, 3 minutes each with 1 minute breaks in between to catch your breath, drink some water, and check in on yourself. Make sure you're not seeing those signs of overreaching. Remember, our goal is better mental health, so we want to train smart. We want to aim for the flow zone, and in that way we can help double our productivity, give ourselves a lot of benefits of that state of flow, some of which are relief from the mild to moderate effects of both anxiety and depression. You can go ahead and fact check that stuff. It is a real thing, so that's what we're aiming for. In order to achieve flow, we have to give ourselves a challenge to our skill level, not overexert and not take it too easy. We've got to find that flow zone in the middle, and that will help us continue to grow through what we go through. So, make sure you're checking in on you and not pushing too hard. I'm going to be dialing down my intensity, like I said, to accommodate for the elevation that is going to be affecting me wildly throughout the next couple days, I'm sure. We just jumped almost 2,000 feet today. So, all right. So, today we're going to cover 2 technicals, pretty basic ones. We're going to cover the lead teep and the rear teep. We'll break those down, and then we'll work that into our shadow boxing session. No boombox yet, just didn't have enough time. But tomorrow, we'll be back on our normal daily grind with the boombox and everything. Full show potential. So let's get it going. Make sure you've got water and you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're checking in on you. And we're going to get into this first round right now. Visualize your target and assign it that word you want to work on. If it's depression or anxiety, make it the depression dummy or the anxiety dummy. And let's kick depression's booty. Let's do it. Bang. Hopping into stance. Assume your Muay Thai stance. Let's break down those teeps first. For the lead teep from our balanced Muay Thai stance, we're going to bring this lead leg up on one plane. Kind of pulling the hips in at the same time. Bring that leg up. And then we're going to drive forwards through the hips. Extending that leg forwards, letting the shoulders go back. And we're driving with the ball of the foot. Now you target center mass. Target low, you target a knee if you'd like. All that's going to be lead teep right there. And what you want to do is bring that leg up. Bring the hip in. Drive forwards. We're chopping the hand on the same side as the leg that's firing. So it comes up, whoosh, boom, and back to stance. That hand is acting as a counterbalance for that lead leg. So when you extend that foot out, boom, let that hand swing back to counterbalance that force. Also, you want to bring that teep back in and maintain your balanced Muay Thai stance. Don't fall forwards into it. Boom, out and then back in. And back in. Lead teep, let's practice a couple of them. And back. You want to stab it in there. Stab that ball of foot in there. Bring it right back and assume your balanced Muay Thai stance. Now for the rear teep, it's going to be the same thing, but we're bringing it from the rear leg. So we're going to have to hinge through the hip, swing it all the way through, and then drive it forwards. Same principle here. The hips are doing the work. We want to let the hips push, extend that foot forwards, and use the ball of the foot to push our opponent back. So rear teep, wuss, and back. With the rear teep, you want to keep that lead hand high, keep that guard tight, and we're chopping the arm again on the same side of the leg that's firing. So rear teep, wuss, and back. Stay balanced. Notice chin tucked, torso nice and centered, stance is nice and centered. We don't want to bring anything, don't make anything narrow. We're just taking a little step in, a little step forwards for that rear teep, whoosh, and bringing it right back, all the way back to our orthodox stance. Not changing stance, not stepping forwards. Let's start working in those teeps into our shadow boxing routine. Visualize that opponent, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Practice proper form and work those teeps in. Lead teep, boom, rear teep, bang, back to stance. And the cool thing about the teep is you can use it both as a push or kind of a quick stab. If you want to do more damage with the teep, you just make it quick, whoosh, make sure you're retracting quickly, stabbing that ball of the foot in and bringing it right back. Rear teep, whoosh, and back. If you want to make it a push kick, extend a little slower. and really push off the ball of that foot. So when the foot touches, whoosh, drive through and push off the ball of that foot. That'll toss that opponent out and create that distance. Bam, bam. Keep it going. Let's go. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. End of round one. Catch your breath. Drink some water. Check in on you. Make sure you're doing all right. Woo. I really got to work on controlling my intensity because I'm finding it a little hard to breathe. Even just talking out here, it's pretty rough. Like I said, I jumped about 2,000 feet in elevation today, so I have to take that into consideration. Same way that you guys should take into consideration whatever you've been through, whatever your circumstances are today. If you got enough sleep, if you drank alcohol, if you partied hard last night, those are all things that are going to affect your performance today. So we have to consider those and set a reasonable expectation for us in the moment, in this given moment. All right, 12 seconds. We're going to pop back into our balanced Muay Thai stance. Remember, the lead teep and the rear teep. Start working those in to your shadow boxing routine. Stay balanced, stay mobile, keep working with that Muay Thai march. And you can start to modify that teep. You can go high, wuss, boom. You can go mid-range, wuss. You can go low, wuss. You can aim for a kneecap if you'd like. It's more of an oblique kick, but it's still pretty much the same mechanics in a teep. Rear teep here, push, boom, and bring it back. And practice with those different variations on the teep, right? Rear teep can go high as well, if you've got the flexibility. If you don't, keep it low, push, boom, push, boom. Remember, it's the hips that are doing the work in that push kick. And keep the hands going. Work measuring jab, set your distance. Visualize that opponent and stay mobile, right? Keep turning, keep the head elusive, bah, 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 and start thinking about where can you work in a teep when you're visualizing that opponent. Maybe the opponent's coming in quick, coming in aggressive. He's got his hands high, looks like he's gonna throw. Good time, teep him right in this center mass. Whoosh, boom, nice and quick, right into center mass. And then we can start linking in creative combos off of that teep, right? You can work it with your guard changes, stance changes. Just keep that guard tight and keep it moving. Bam, bam, bam. Keep it creative. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Teep, bam, right there. Back to stance. And just work those teeps in there. Lead teep. Now if you switch, if you're using switch stances here, leg switch, lead teep, you can fire from the opposite leg. Lead teep in southpaw. Rear teep in southpaw. Opposite leg. Work on the ones that you need work on. Work on the ones that aren't that smooth. Work on the ones, maybe the transition. Us, we could step forward. Bam, bam, bam. Fire another teep. Boom, step forwards. Turn it into a marching teep attack. But stay mobile, stay creative. Really, there's never any reason why anyone should ever be bored. Shadow boxing, that only means either you haven't got enough tools in your arsenal yet, or you're not being creative with them. So remember, we want to stay creative and stay unpredictable. Stay elusive. Now when you're firing that teep and you're just practicing for the first time, don't do those guard changes like I'm doing there. Just fire it, stay in your orthodox stance. Fire it. Fire it, chop the arm. Stay in that stance, stay balanced. When you become a little more advanced and you practice on both sides, you can step in and follow it up with other attacks. So end of round two, catch your breath, drink some water, check in on you. Hey, shout out to my mom, love you, Ma. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's still alive, it's the bus. It's the Beat Depression bus. It's really here, it's really happening. So we're making progress every day. Finally made it to your bus out here in Colorado, 8,000 feet in the sky. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. I really want to share this with you. I hope you see, I'll post some up in the stories. I hope you can check the stories later. But oh my God, it's such a beautiful location. Driving over here, I was just losing my mind on the beauty of nature. Half the trip, my jaw was just wide open. And It's incredible. Shout out as well to everybody else tuned in. Appreciate you guys and girls. We got 11 seconds. We're going to pop in that final shadow boxing session. Remember, visualize your opponent as an active threat. Visualize a real opponent so that when you're throwing strikes, you can land them on target, right? Visualize hitting the nose, hitting the chin, landing on those large two knuckles and using proper form. Turning the fist over and work with it like it's a real active threat. That will have you better prepared for real life and for shadow boxing or sparring sessions. Final session, let's go. Get creative with it. Work your stance changes in there. We can start doing advancing teeps, right? Lead teep, step forwards. Ba, ba, rear teep, boom. Step forwards. Ba, ba, ba. Rear teep from the opposite side. Bang, hey, keep it going. Get dangerous in all directions. Get dangerous throughout all of your motions here. Bam, bam. You can toss a rear teep here. Boom. Step off to the sideline and toss a roundhouse kick. Wow. Bang. So many things. Literally unlimited combinations here. Boom, 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 boom. Once you learn the art of 8 limbs, you have 8 tools to work with. And you can put them all together. However you'd like. Whatever works to your particular skill set or natural talents. Boom. Hey. But remember balance. Balance over all else. Balance and form is going to lend to power and speed in all the rest of your shadow boxing. Whoosh, whoosh. It's going to translate into the rest of your martial arts practice. Hey. And again, dial that intensity in to a challenge for you. Bam, bam, bam. Whoosh. Bam, bam, bam. Whoosh. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Whoosh. I like to toss the teep, the lead teep, right after my lead hand is at full extension. And the rear teep sometimes right after the rear is at full extension. Boom. It can create kind of this push-pull torquing motion. Feels good for me when I'm going through my routine. Feels nice and fluid. Bah, bah, bah. Also, the hand can cover up the teep. So if you toss the jab, bang, as you step forward, toss the jab, bring the teep up, bang. You can drive the teep while the hand comes back. You're covering up their vision. You're becoming more elusive. You're stopping them from seeing that incoming kick. Whoosh. Yes. 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 Whoosh. Whoosh. Remember, work with those level changes too. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And fire those teeps. Bang, bang, bang. Whoosh. Hey. That's the end of round 3. Congratulations. If you made it through even 1 minute today, if you showed up for yourself for even 1 minute today, give yourself credit for that minute. Give yourself credit for that step forward, because every single step forward counts, especially when you're fighting forwards in the face of a life-threatening disease such as depression. We know depression leads to suicidal ideation, and every day you keep going and you keep fighting is proof of your strength and endurance in the face of that disease that is trying to take your life. So don't listen to the lies, don't listen to the temporary feelings. Remind yourself of your power, your strength, and endurance with that progress tracking tool. Show yourself what it feels like to make progress every single day. And remind yourself that you're capable, because you are. Let that number continue to reinforce that truth in you. You can overcome this. You can find the ways forwards. There are many, many ways that we can help ourselves. We just have to find the ones that work for us. And until next time, I'll catch you same exact time, same exact channel, same exact life. Sack man out. Hey.